Hello and welcome to my second episode of my pondering video series. I hope that I am able to ponder some current events, and I encourage everybody to make comment on these videos so that I make another video and can respond. Now, before I really get into today's topic, I'd like to say thank you to Alan Hoggan. Alan told me about my comment section being disabled. Whoops. Okay, thanks Alan, and happy birthday, by the way. It's Alan's birthday a couple of days ago, so happy birthday! Alright, so anyway, I've now gone into YouTube, changed my settings and made these videos public. Yay! Now another thing, you might be noticing that I'm wearing my sexy orange glasses. Well, is it because I'm a rock star? Could be. The actual truth of it is that I'm using artificial light in my room to make this video. It's not as sunny today, so I've switched on the lights. Hopefully the lighting is okay. But as a biohacker, I try and block blue light from entering my eyes. And there's a topic for another video. But today's topic isn't to do with biohacking. Today's topic is to do with conspiracy theories. Namely, conspiracy theories about the coronavirus. Of course, you've probably heard at least one or two conspiracy theories. I've actually heard of 3 over the last 3 months. I'm sure there are many more. So the first conspiracy theory that came to my attention was back in February, where one of my Japanese friends was showing me a Chinese document dated September 2019 in which, a long story short, I can read quite a lot of kanji characters, so I can look at a Chinese document and get the gist of what the document's saying. And my Japanese friend was discussing that we knew that in this document the Chinese text was essentially saying that the Chinese military created this biological weapon, which was COVID-19, the new strain of a coronavirus, as it was written in Chinese. And the date was September 2019, and it was, according to my friend, all very suspicious. But I wasn't buying it. I said to my friend that, how do we know that it isn't a Japanese person, or like a really xenophobic Japanese person trying to whip up some hysteria or whip up a conspiracy theory to generate hatred towards the Chinese. How come we believe this document? What's the authority? Could the date be doctored, etc., etc., etc. And it was a good debate with my Japanese friend. As I think if you don't talk about the conspiracy theory, a lot of people can start believing the story and it goes unchecked. There's no fact checking sometimes, is there? Right, anyway, that was conspiracy theory number 1. And then maybe 3 or 4 days ago, one of my friends got in touch with me regarding this David Icke video with London Real. And he sent me a link to watch it, and I think that interview's about 2 hours long. That's a long time to be sitting listening to David Icke. I don't really want to spend 2 hours listening to David Icke. But in fairness to my friend, I said, yeah, I'll check it out and I'll give you my thoughts on it. I managed to get through about an hour, and the more I was hearing, the more I was thinking, you know what, when it comes to these kind of things, I always have to go back to Occams Razor. That when you hear a story, it's the one with the least amount of assumptions that's probably true. And David Icke's story relies on a hell of a lot of assumptions. It also assumes that people are able to make a cover-up on this kind of scale. I'm not buying it. I just don't believe it holds true. And then, what was it, yesterday? I think there's a report on the internet that there are 5 more attacks on 5G posts, and I just think, the ignorance on how maybe genetics works and how the epigenome will fire certain genes and silence other genes. If you've got a radio frequency which interferes with the epigenome, you may get some strange mutation in our genetic code as a one-off, but to be able to replicate it again and again, I'm not buying that. This thing is behaving exactly like a respiratory virus. The patterns match it, and Occams Razor would suggest that this is nothing more than a virus which mutated from the wet markets of Wuhan. Certainly seems the most likely explanation in my view. And I also, in response to my previous video, one of my friends kindly messaged me with a link to a petition to sign against Bill Gates. You see, he wants us all chipped. And that's kind of relevant to what I was talking about before. Okay, maybe I'll have to expand a little on what I was talking about before in a future video, but right now, I thought this one regarding Bill Gates wanting us to all be chipped was probably the most interesting to me. I think that, I'm not buying it either, but I looked into it, I researched it a little further than the other two, Bill Gates would like us to have digital certificates, and I don't really think that's a bad idea. However, rather than making this jump from being free autonomous beings, or pseudo freedom, isn't it? Considering we live in a fairly Orwellian state with cameras tracking our movements, and face recognition can say this was you were there at this time on that date. I don't know how much freedom we've really got, but I would be in favour of having a digital certificate and the location tracking occurring with an external device. I'm not in favour of having location data broadcast from the nanotechnology within our biology. I would be perfectly happy to have a technology inside my body that communicates with Bluetooth to a smartphone, and it only being able to communicate location data from an external device, just for the fact that if I don't want to be tracked, I want to throw my iPhone in the river, or I want to switch off any tracking device so that I can be free again. However, we're talking about the trade-off, aren't we, of our freedom and our autonomy versus the advantages to be gained from fusing our biology with technology. Okay. Anyway, thinking about these conspiracy theories going around about COVID-19, I thought it was pretty interesting that every conspiracy theory is, making a lot of assumptions about somebody with malicious intent, whether that's Bill Gates wanting us all chipped, whether that's the benefactors of 5G technology from gaining more data about our whereabouts from 5G, or whether it's the Chinese government is behind this covert operation to rule the world. It's all a power struggle, isn't it? But it kind of reminds me of what Obi-Wan says in Empire Strikes Back, or no, he says this in Return of the Jedi, doesn't he? Many of the truths we cling to depend greatly on our own point of view. If I'm going to buy into the conspiracy theory that it's the Chinese government, then my own point of view is I'm paranoid about the Chinese government, perhaps. That's one point of view. I'm not saying that's true or false. My point of view, maybe I'm naive, but I just think this is a virus. I think it's an unfortunate event that's taken place, but I don't believe any of the conspiracy theories behind any of it. So let's have a think about our point of view. As you know, I've been reading Yuval Harari's book Sapiens recently, and he talks about the sacrifices that we've made throughout our evolution, whether that was one of the early ones, such as going from being hunter-gatherers to being farmers. What have we done there? Well, we used to roam the land, having a variety of nutrition from various sources, but we sacrificed that in favour of a more comfortable life without having to travel so far to go and get nutrition, and without having the risk of not finding food. We turned to farming. Now, one of the things we started farming would be wheat, and I think he makes a very good point that we might have had greater convenience, and we might have had more comfort from becoming farmers, but what have we traded off? We traded off a lot of variety of nutrition. That's one thing. In actual fact, we kind of became slaves to wheat. Wheat didn't become our slave, we became a slave to wheat. Oh my God. It's like in Fight Club, isn't it, where they say, the things that we own end up owning us. And in some respects, to do with technology, where we relinquish our rights to privacy, we trade it off. And say with Facebook, we trade it off freely. We're quite happy to say, yes, you can have my profile data, you can have my location data, in exchange I get to play a new game online. But in the words of Admiral Akbar, it's a trap! It's a trap. Often these things are. A very tempting sale from the marketing person of, you know, all you have to do is give me your location data and tell me a bit about what you like to buy. Or like when we buy on Amazon, every time we buy off Amazon, there's a whole load of metadata talking about that's communicating our purchasing habits, and that's very useful for marketers. And same with Facebook, informing the world of our status. We're creating sort of digital genetic code of who we are that can be abused by certain powers, and so we have to think about what we're actually relinquishing and what we're gaining. Anyway, I'll continue this video in the very near future, but I thought I'll stop here. I don't know, this is about 15 minutes long. I don't want to make these videos much longer than about 15 to 20 minutes. In fact, my memory card, my SD card in my camera only runs to 20 minutes. Or no, sorry, the camera I use the camera I'm using has a restriction of 20 minutes for video. So I'll wrap up here, and I'll make another video. I could even join them together and make a much longer video, but I think I'll make this part 1, and then I'll make another video that's part 2. Okay, so to be continued. Dun, dun, dun.